Designing the characters for Geonosis was really interesting. I mean, it's, prior to this, when I was working on episode one, we did a whole bunch of character designs, and there's, various ideas that were kind of put aside for later. And George responded to one of them.
Yes, very good. There was good heads and things of various kinds of characters in there.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Geonosians were, I think the general term was sort of the termite people. So they were kind of subterranean, and it was imagined that they had built up these stalactite architectural structures the way termites build their mounds.
And so we went and started really thinking, okay, well, if this is kind of a society that lives on this very dry planet, and they live underground, and they're kind of insect-like, what could they look like? What could they be?
I like the more dragonfly-ish
the transparent
the
wings.
more transparent.
Okay. We gave them the classic, insect profile. We gave them hard body armor to protect themselves from the harsh element. We gave them wings so they could fly. And all these little pieces of elements that we started to pull from our research started to piece together to create the ideal look for the Geonosins.
They have these kind of articulated, almost grasshopper-like mouth plates and things like that. So it was sort of define that, the way the eye sockets might work, and kind of this gritty texture they had on their bodies overall, this kind of armored exoskeleton. Once George was sort of happy with that, he said, okay, now let's make soldiers, and let's make the leader, Poggle, the leader, has a very different sort of look.
If you could do that, and you could do something here, whether...
Something that comes off the shoulders more?
Yeah, well, you could like tie some ropes and tie some feathers or something down there, maybe, just hang.
And it was trying to sort of mix the human element of an advanced society, but they're insects essentially, and how do those two, how can you mush those together?